This video is about how I made over $1,000 shorting MSSD multiple times. Let's take a look at a daily chart of MSSD, and as you can see, that it's been extremely ugly. Back in December, January, this was a ad pump. There was ads on Google linking to this page, MSSD, and as you can see, it just continued to sell off, sell off, sell off. And recently, there's been crappy pumpers getting paid to promote this, and this is where I've been banking here in the past month or so. Let's just take a look at some of my trades. I shorted the 26 and I covered the 26 the same day for $309. I shorted the 27th here and I covered the first and I made $298 and I played it terribly. And here's again, I made $544. I shorted on the 8th, and then I covered on the 9th, and again, I played this pretty crappy. And why do I exactly short these things? Because look, here they started pumping them again, and just look at how many disgruntled bag holders there are. There's so many people who bought in the 80s, 60s that are still holding this piece of and they're just looking to sell on any bounce. And plus that, there's going to be insiders with free trading shares that are going to look to dump. So basically on any strength, it's a great short because there's going to be a lot of selling. So every time I saw a crappy pumper go out on this, I would short it. MSSD would have a small gap up and some strength in the morning, and I would always short it. And I would always bank days later or maybe the same day because there's so many people trying to sell. So let's take a look at some of the charts. As you can see here, this is where I shorted on the 26th, covered here, shorted here on the 27th, covered the 1st, and as you can see, I left a lot of profits on the table here. And again, I left a lot of profits on the table when I shorted the 8th and covered the 9th as it continued to sell off into the mid-20s. And today, I shorted because, as you can see here, volume dried up, and then they promoted again today. The reason for the volume spike, I shorted right in the morning, around 34, 35, around 33. 33, 34. And then I covered later in the day, 27, 28. And I made $400 today. So let's look at the 26 intraday charts on the 26. This thing gapped up this day because overnight pumping, and as you see, the volume was strong right in the morning because the suckers on the email list were buying this junk, and insiders were selling. I was shorting, and disgruntled bag holders were trying to sell as well. So I shorted near the morning, and I covered 20 minutes later for $300. Easy money right there. Let's take a look at my inbox, and as you can see here, the 25th overnight, people were pumping this. All these websites, super hot penny stocks, they're all the same group, and that's why it gapped up on the 26th. And why I shorted. And IB has had plenty of shares of these things. So let's take a look at another chart here. This is the 27th. I shorted here, and then there was more overnight pumping. And the 28th, it spiked up some more. So what I did was I tried to average up because I knew this didn't have much left in it. So I shorted here, and I was patient. I actually held for a couple of days, which I really suck at, but and then I covered here into some weakness, and of course I covered way too early like usual. As you can see, this is where I covered here on the 1st, April 1st, and it just kept going down, and it ended up hitting 25. So I ended up covering 41, and it ended up hitting 25 cents a couple days later, which is a shame. This is the 18th. This was today. Let's take a look at the email I got this morning. I got this email from 123 Stock Alerts at 8:30 in the morning, and it said Global Marketing Media has been compensated $50,000 for 2-day marketing effort of MSSD. So I was looking to short right away this morning. IB had shares. So as you can see, it gapped up. And I was looking at my chops because I saw a great opportunity to short some at 33, and then I averaged up, and then I covered at 27.20 Yeah, I covered around the 28, 27, 27.5 area today. And let's take a look at some of my trades. Um, these are my trades of the day. I shorted right in the morning at 9:31. At 33, started uptick a little bit. I shorted at 9:31, 9:32, at 35. I had more shares. I was trying to get more shares, but of course I was being a girl, whining over a penny, trying to get fills at 34, 35, and of course it started down ticking too fast, and I just didn't get any more shares. And then I covered a couple hours later at 23.8, 28, 27, 27.5, and I just covered the rest. I just didn't want to watch it anymore, so I ended up making 420 bucks, which is not bad. You can add that to my $500 here, $300 here, and another $300 here, and about $2,000 in profits on a pretty predictable pump and dump. That's why shorting crappy pumper pumps is fun and highly profitable and pretty low risk, especially pumps like MSSD where there's so much overhead resistance and so many disgruntled bag holders and still a lot of free trading shares in the insiders' hands that they're looking to dump. And the pattern just continued pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump. And that's why shorting crappy pumps is awesome.